I have to admit that when I initially saw Awaken in the Steam store, it did remind me of the game Hinge, which I haven't done a review for cause the game was just absolutely not running well on my PC, and looking at how good the graphics looked in the trailer for Awaken, I thought this was going to be the same experience. It turns out though that I was somewhat wrong. Awaken is a PC VR horror game with elements of action, storytelling, exploration and puzzles. Explore gloomy passages on a wheelchair with an immersive control system complying its limitation and difficulties. And what I can tell you already is that the game offers an incredible atmosphere and the graphics are looking very decent. That, with a very nice sound design, makes it a very great, unique and scary experience. Now, as you start the game, you have no idea where you are, but you slowly realize you just woke up as a human-sized doll in an abandoned, retro-style hotel, where apparently something bad had happened in the past, and strange machinery definitely had to do something with it. You are the one to find out what's your role in this history, who you are, how did you find yourself in this creepy place, and remains left by former residents may be a clue. Like I said, the way you move around is in a wheelchair, which is a very unique movement mechanic for VR. I have personally never seen this before. I do like it though.
You'll need to move around using the wheelchair. Just grab the wheels and spin them around to move. To change the direction of travel, turn the wheels in opposite directions. Alternatively, you can use joystick placed on the side. If you plug the battery into the slot under the box, you can additionally accelerate your wheelchair by pressing designated button. Another option is teleport. Just switch your hand to it.
And it's not just a normal wheelchair. There is a box in the middle which functions as an inventory. You will find a flashlight that you can attach on your wheelchair. You have to replace the batteries quite often though, so make sure you use it only in the dark spots. And you can store weapons on your wheelchair and even oil the wheels. Now you won't be on your own though, because the mysterious Dr. Finnegan, owner of the estate, the hotel, will accompany you through your shortwave transmitter, which you will find at the beginning of the game. Also, you will find many other items, some useful to move forwards, some that can give you hints about the place and its former inhabitants. And the hotel is occupied by the same weird creatures slash dolls. I'm not exactly sure what they are yet, but they look similar as yourself, but they have no friendly intentions. They are raging and deadly, so try to avoid them and only fight them when there's no other way around. And yes, they are very scary. And I won't say there are any jump scares because I hate them. I hate, again, a good horror game shouldn't have jump scares in them. But in this game, moving yourself through the hallways, you never know what can be around that next corner. And I love that. Oh, shit. And perhaps somewhat strange though, but the game in some places really reminds me of BioShock. And to have that vibe in VR is just fantastic. So it all sounds good, right? Well, I do have my VR legs. But moving around in a wheelchair for some reason does get me a bit motion sick. Also, sometimes there seems to be some invisible wall that functions as a loading screen. So at times you might notice some frame drops. But those are very fast. I run the game on a 1080 Ti, 32 gigs of RAM and a i9 9900K, and I get a very decent 90 FPS all the time on a 100% super sampling. Also, sometimes the inventory can be quite buggy. Sometimes you put things in and they just disappear and can't find them back. It's like they disappeared on the floor. So I had moments that I just had to load the previous save. But after making a couple of mistakes like that, I saved pretty often. Also, grabbing things sometimes can be a little bit tricky and clunky, but I'm sure they will fix those with a patch. So all by all, I do think, yes, Awaken is a pretty good game. The atmosphere is really nice. The music is also fantastic. I had to stop though because I got a little bit motion sick. But I want to jump back in and explore more. Although, I will wait for the devs to put out a first patch and then continue my story. Because if they can get rid of those small bugs and just optimize the game a little bit better, it will be for sure a fantastic experience. Awaken, a great game, I believe. And if you like puzzle games and if you like these kind of atmospheres, yeah, I would advise you to buy the game. Although, I would wait a little bit longer, like say 1 or 2 patches, for a better gameplay experience. Now do know that it's a puzzle game and you need a little bit of patience. Sometimes you need to find certain items, or keys for example, to get further into the story. If you want to know a little bit more about the game, I will also upload the first 20 minutes of gameplay. So if you want to have a better feeling of what the gameplay is all about and how it feels like, I would highly suggest watching that video. Now do know that I love making these kinds of VR videos. So if you want to see more and you want to support me, I would highly appreciate it if you could subscribe to this channel. And if you like this video, hey, well, give it a like. And I hope to see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao. Bye bye.